So the Republic gunships, which are featured you see them in the arena when the stormtroopers show up, they're riding in those. Yoda's riding in one, and they wind up chasing Count Dooku with one of these. Doug Chiang had done some sketches. The sketches to me look like Apocalypse Now. These things look like attack helicopters. And again, did a small model that was about 6 inches long and showed that to Doug and George and got a buy-off on that. And from that moved to this larger scale model. And this was a fairly detailed model. It was the only model, I think, for episode 2 of a vehicle that we actually got full paint and everything worked on it. The doors actually function. And it was interesting playing with the doors because I remember the snow speeders in Empire and how they had these flaps on them that acted as speed brake, air brake type things. And so I built the doors on this so they could open, but they could also do that whole thing. They could open up like brakes. And we talked about it back and forth when we were doing it. And at one point George said yes, and then he wasn't sure.
Yeah, let's do it without doors.
Okay. So
Let's assume the doors sort of go up into there.
Okay.
And it also had cargo in the back, and George said, put something back there. So I made little speeder bikes. I made 4 speeder bikes that are on racks back there, just to kind of pull from the original Star Wars back into these films. I'll show you the doors.
And you put in some speeder bikes.
I remember the meeting he came in to look at the model. I had them in there, and I had the thing pointed at George, and he kept looking at it, and I kept turning it so that he would keep seeing this. I kept wanting him to say something about the speeder bikes. He never did. But that was what was in the back of it. And then George also made a kind of a late modification to it. He wanted to add the clear turrets that are embedded in the wings, and there are 2 turrets that are on either side that can kind of pop out. They're sort of like miniature Death Stars. They have a little emitter on the front of them. There's a guy in each one of them. Pretty cool.